Well, it's official. All 8 Hunter Masks have been solved from Battle for Brooklyn DLC. And thanks to the team over at Division 2 Discord and everybody who helped out to put out the information needed to make these videos. Thank you guys again. And I will say I made a few tweaks to a few of the videos that I've recently pushed out. So if you guys are ready, we're going to dive into all these. I will have timestamps for each Hunter Mask in the description. So the first mask we'll be diving into is the Craver Mask. Now for this one, we're going to need to collect 4 sets of fuel tanks. But before we do, I am making one small change, as some people were saying in my previous video, they were unable to get the tanks to spawn. So my recommendation is come to the location I'm at. Make sure you guys capture Fulton Ferry Market so you can fast travel back here whenever you need to. And then right in front of me, you're going to see a ferry. Now, some people have mentioned that they were able to do this during the day. I did not have success with that. I was able to do this after 21:30 in-game time, which is 9:30. I came to the ferry first, as I remember correctly, and then I went around and collected the tanks themselves. So let me show you the location for the tanks now. The first set is going to be just southeast of the Fulton Ferry Market, and it's going to be right here next to Vine Street. You can actually see the circle where I am located right here. Now, these tanks will not spawn before 20:30, so 9:30 p.m. Now, the tanks are going to be directly next to these apples on this table, and all you have to do is hold F to collect them. Now, the next set of tanks are actually be located in an alleyway. If you look to my right, you can see some graffiti, and right in front of me, you'll see the tanks right here. Now, the alley is located in between Medall and Popular Street, and just south of it is Henry Street. So this is going to be the location that you guys want to go to. And all you have to do is hold F and collect the tanks. Now, the third set of tanks are actually going to be located just north of Hicks Street, next to Cranberry Street, and in between Medall Street. So you can find it right here where you see this bottle and where I'm located. Now, the tanks are going to actually be located right under this graffiti where it looks like somebody is holding a plant in their hands, and this is where the tanks are right here. And now we just have one more set of tanks to go for. Now, the final set of tanks are going to be located between Pineapple and Orange Street and just north of Hicks Street. As you guys can see right here, just north of this underground tunnel. Now, if you look directly in front of me, you're going to see this huge tree. And then in the corner, you'll see the final set of tanks you need. Now that we have all 4 sets of tanks, we need to take this to the ferry. So this ferry is going to be north of the Fulton Ferry control point. You're going to see right here on the edge of the water. You can also see the bridge to the right of me, but you can see the control point right here, Fulton Ferry, and it's just here. There's no way you guys can miss this ferry that is crashed on land. We're going to work our way all the way around, and then all we have to do is activate the tanks. Now, once you guys do this, you guys will have your first set of hunters spawning. So we're going to hold here. Now, my recommendation is if you happen to have any enemies around you, like you see in front of me, those guys will actually fight the hunter too, as you see here. So the hunter spawned right in front of me, and I'm just going to come around the side and just flank them to the right. And once you kill them, you can collect your loot, and there you have it. You have the Craver Mask. The next Hunter Mask we'll be getting into is the Lumen Mask, and this one is actually pretty easy. It's located on the corner of Old Fulton Street and Front Street. Now, there's going to be an alleyway with a garage door. Now, you will only be able to interact with this if it is 2100. You can actually look at this when you pull up this menu here. So now that it is 2100, it allows us to interact with this. Now, all you have to do is pull this switch right here, and then the hunt begins. From this point forward, we are just going to be looking for the blue light and any hunter symbol. So we'll just follow this all the way around. This one's going to be pretty simple for you guys to follow. You just see the blue lights, and as you get closer to other areas, you'll also see the little hunter symbol, and you can just follow this all the way around. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to let you guys just watch me follow this trail. But what I will do is I will show you guys on the map exactly where the hunter spawns. Now the hunter will spawn as soon as you make it to the top. Make sure you guys do not die or you'll have to start this all over. But again, this is probably one of the easier ones to do as you guys just follow the trail and you just have to kill the hunter. Now, as soon as you kill the hunter, you will be rewarded with the Lumen Mask. And here is where we are located. We are right off of Bridge Street in this little area right here. The third mask we'll get into is the Mary Mask. Now, this one is going to be collecting 7 different parts, and this will help spawn the hunter. So the first part is actually going to be located right here off of Henry Street and Pineapple Street, right at this intersection, exactly where I'm at right here. And all you're going to do is move forward, and to your left, you're going to get your first part right here. Very easy to get. Grab it, and let's get to the next one. The second piece is going to be between Pineapple and Orange Street, and the alley you want to go into is on Orange Street. As you make your way around to Orange Street, you're going to go down an alleyway that's going to allow you to collect the part you need. You should see this fuel barrel that is being burned. Keep going all the way through, and then you're going to go into a fenced area, and to your left, you're going to see the second part that we are looking for. It's right there. Collect that part, located right here. And then we can go to our third part. Now this part is going to be located at the intersection of Clark Street and Columbia Heights. And all you have to do is you see this little burning fuel barrel right here. Go straight and you're going to see the third part we're going to collect. For our fourth piece, what you guys are going to want to do is come over to Hicks Street and Orange Street, and it's going to be right here in between this alley. Now if you look at the top, it looks like you have a beer ad. Keep going all the way through, you'll see a car, and then right here you will see another part for you to collect. On the corner of Popular Street and Henry Street, we're going to find our next part. For this one, just look for the green food truck, and then right next to it, you'll see the next part you want to collect. The next part is located on Cranberry and Henry Street, just north of the underground entrance. Now on this street, you're gonna see what looks like a water tank. Go right past it, you're gonna see a dresser, and then you're gonna see a part right next to it. Now the final part is gonna be located in the northmost region of Dumbo. Now you'll probably see a blue truck like this, and right in front of it, you're gonna see the part you need to collect. And that is the final part you need before you can spawn the hunter. Now, directly in front of the last part you picked up, you'll probably see this carousel in here. Now, once you interact with the horse, well, guess who spawns a hunter? Now, once you defeat him, go collect your Mary Mask. The fourth mask is the Redtail Mask. To spawn this mask, you're gonna need to deactivate 9 total antennas. The first antenna we're gonna deactivate is off of Vine Street and McKinney Street, and it's gonna be located just south of this control point, right at this location right here. So if you look up, you'll see a Park Now building. You'll see the antenna at the top. Jump over this little gate right here, and then you could disable the antenna right there. That is number 1 of 9. The second antenna is between York Street and Front Street, right under this bridge right here where you see these components, and it's next to the farm control point. Now what we're gonna need to do is climb up this truck right here, and then we're gonna have to hit a few weak points, 3 in total, to open up this gate right in front of us. You can actually see 1 weak point right there in front of us right there, the yellow box. So what we're gonna wanna do is shoot that yellow box. There you go. And then if you look up there, we have our second yellow box. Boom. And then the third yellow box, if you look at the cord, it goes all the way around. So we need to go back down and work our way all the way around. Follow this all the way to the left and then go all the way to the other side, and you will see the next yellow box. Now, once you do that, that gate that wasn't open will now be open. So head back around and go back to where you shot the first box. So you can see already it is open. And if you look right here, we have a switch that says disable antenna. This is number 2 antenna of 9. The next antenna is going to be right at the bottom of J Street. You can see this supply drop. Well, this is exactly where you want to be. You see the garage door right there? Go to the right of it, and then you'll see the switch to disable the antenna. The next antenna is going to be on Plymouth Street, right next to an underground tunnel. You should see this ladder that allows you to climb up. And if you look to your right, you will be seeing the antenna that we are going to disable. All we have to do is climb up to the left and follow this all the way around. And now that we jumped over, you'll see in the very corner a switch to disable the next antenna. This next antenna is going to be located on Water Street. You might notice Bridge Street to your right and J Street to your left. Now, the best way to find out where we want to be, you can see this sign that says rent office spaces now. See some big antenna over there. And right in front of us, well, we have a switch. So all you have to do is disable this, and there goes another antenna. Now, if you've captured the farm control point, you can fast travel there and just go south of it, like if you're headed to York Street. And you're going to see an antenna right in front of you. So you can go all the way around, and then what you can do is look at the blue cord and follow it all the way back. And once you see the switch, well, you can disable it just like the other antennas. The next antenna is going to be off of Plymouth Street in between Main Street and Washington Street. What you want to look for is this donut shack. You'll see above it there is an antenna. And if you try to go through this way, well, the door will be locked. So what you need to do is go directly to the opposite side and unlock this door by shooting a box. So we made it all the way around, and we are directly on the opposite side. And if you look directly ahead of me, you'll see a yellow box. I'm going to shoot that box, and now that door will be unlocked on the other side. So let's make our way back to the donut shack. And there you have it. We have the doors unlocked, and all we have to do is disable the antenna. The next antenna is going to be in between York Street and Front Street and next to the building off of Washington Street. You should see this transportation building right in front of me called Convey, and above it, well, there is an antenna. What you're gonna wanna do is go all the way to the back, and you're gonna pass this first truck and go to this second truck back here, and then work your way all the way up. Now, once you climb over that truck, drop down, and the antenna switch is going to be directly in front of you. So on the border of Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo, right under the bridge between Water and Front Street, you guys are going to find this area that looks like it's under construction. What you want to do is go all the way up, jump over the ledge, and then what we're going to have to do is shoot some yellow boxes that is going to allow us to shut down the antenna. The first yellow box is going to be right hidden behind this AC unit here. So you hit that, and then what we're also going to do is we are going to jump over this fence right here. Climb the ladder and head all the way up. Now, once you get to the end, just pull the switch, and this is our final antenna that we needed to pull. So what you're gonna wanna do is go to Adams Street and just north of Front Street, and you're gonna see under the Brooklyn Bridge, well, you have this bright red light. Just follow it all the way to it. Allows you to go down a tunnel, and then we need to get to the command center, I like to call it. So slide all the way down, and then work your way all the way to the end.
Friendly control point nearby.
Now, if you successfully disabled all 9 antennas, you will be able to deactivate the systems. If you didn't, well, you better go get the ones you might have missed. So there are 9 total. Now all you have to do is climb your way all the way to the top and meet a special friend.
System malfunctioning. Hostile restore hot.
And when you kill him, collect the mask, and you have the Redtail Mask. Mask we'll get into is the Cipher Mask. What you guys are gonna wanna do is come over to Walter Street. To the right of Walter Street, you'll see Main Street, and underneath it, you'll see Front Street. Now, directly where I'm standing, you'll also see an underground entrance and a huge building right in front of me. So I'll turn around, underground entrance, and look straight up. And if you look closely, you will notice that there are letters on this building. Now, for this one, it's pretty simple. All you need to spell is the word roboto. And to do that, you need to shoot each letter 1 time. If you use an automatic rifle, it will trigger the letter twice. So my recommendation is put on your secondary a sniper rifle that you don't mind not using, especially since we're about to spawn a hunter. Now, the good thing about this hunter, this can be done during any time of the day. So you can see we hit the R once. We're gonna look for the O. We hit the O. We're gonna look for the B. We're gonna hit the O again, and it could be the same O you hit earlier. Then we're gonna look for the T, which is gonna be at the very top. You might not be able to see the top of the T, so you need to back up a little bit so that way you guys can look a little bit closer. That's why scope works really well. Then hit the T, and then you're gonna hit the O one more time. Once you hit this, the hunter will spawn. Now, if you hit one letter too many times, he is not going to spawn, guys. So that's why I said if you use an assault rifle, I tried spawning him once, and when you shoot an assault rifle, the letter can get hit 3 times. It can only be hit once. So that's why sniper works. Again, make sure you guys have that as like your secondary though, so that way you can use your primary to fight this hunter, as you guys seen I am doing here. Foam works really good on the hunter. I use a protection from Elite's Heartbreaker build, worked really good for me to solo these hunters. If you guys want to see that build is on this channel. So if you guys want to see what build I use to solo every single hunter on Heroic, you can find that in my 5 best top PvE builds that I recently put out on this channel. It is set at number 1. But we're gonna finish off this hunter, and then I'll show you the mask. And well, once you kill him, you should receive the Cipher Mask. Now, the next hunter mask is gonna be the Conqueror Mask. Let's get into it. Now, for this one, we need to trigger 7 stuffed animals that are armed with explosives to spawn this hunter. So the first one is going to be this hippo to my left. You can see the red explosion, and it's going to be right here. Now, if we look at the map, it's right in this corner over here. You can actually see there's a control point, Fulton Ferry Market control point. It's where we did our last hunter mask near the ferry, but right on the corner. It'll be sitting on this bench, and you shouldn't miss it. Most of these will be making a beeping sound, and you'll see it right here. Now, the next animal is going to be a snake, and it's going to be located right off of Cranberry Street, headed toward Henry Street. You're going to see this alley to the left. So go down Cranberry Street, going towards Henry Street, and you'll see this alley. If you see this graffiti right here, you're gonna start hearing a beeping sound. If you look closely, you can already see the snake right there. Once you get close to it, back up, and then it's gonna trigger the explosion. That is number 2. Number 3 is going to be a cheetah. This one's gonna be located right off of Cranberry Street and Willow Street, almost on the corner next to where you see that underground entrance. There is going to be an alleyway, and all you need to do is run straight towards the door. on a table, you guys are going to run into the cheetah itself. So that door right in front of us, to the right, you should start hearing the beeping sound. And the cheetah is right there. Get close enough to trigger the explosion, and that will be number 3. We currently have 4 more stuffed animals we need to find. This 4th one is going to be right off of Henry Street and the corner of People Street. It's going to be this large building you see on your map. Now for this one, it's not going to be on the same level that you are, so we're going to have to do a little bit of climbing. What you're going to do, you'll see the building right here. You're going to come all the way around to the right, and then you're going to climb up onto the truck. It's going to be this one right here. So climb up the front, get to the top, and then what you're going to do is just jump on the ledge and then work your way all the way around. Now this one has a few steps, but they're not hard at all. What we're going to do is we're going to come back to this computer. You're going to shoot this lock first though. We're going to open the gate. We're going to go through, and then there's going to be a generator that we need to turn on so that way we can get this gate open. So you're going to hit this one right here. You're going to turn this on. You can see there's still gate locks. You're going to go around back to where we were. There's going to be a computer. We interact with the computer. And now that gate that was currently locked will be open. And you might already start hearing the beeping sound.
Supply drop nearby.
That's typically how you know that these are the ones that are going to explode. Right when you go in here is where you're going to see the teddy bear. So get close enough, let it trigger, let it explode. And there you go. Let's get to the next one. This 5th one is going to be right off of Orange Street and Henry Street, and you might even notice the Cadman Plaza control point. But yeah, look where I am right here. There's going to be an alleyway, and you might have been here before for another Hunter Mask. You're going to keep going this way. You're going to turn to your left. Then we're going to need to jump on this ledge right here. You can go to your right. Jump on these. And then you should see the parrot right there, and you'll be hearing the beeping sound. So jump down, trigger it, and then just back up a little bit. Very simple one to get. Slide back, and it should explode. And that is number 5. So number 6 is going to be right here off of Pineapple Street, and Willow Street's going to be just south of me. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. Sorry about that. It's going to be in this alleyway right here. So the best way to look at it, you'll see a little van, you'll see a car that's destroyed, and you'll see a gate right here. This one, again, all you're going to do is run in. We're going to need to jump on the ledge to our right. Jump on this. As soon as you jump over, you're going to see the dolphin, and you're going to see a bunny. The dolphin will explode. Get a little bit closer to it.
The Rikers are working on something really quite beautiful. Not ready to unveil it.
And that is number 6. Now, the 7th one is a turtle, and the area you want to come to is in between Viper Street and Columbus Heights. You also see this highway that's right above me, and you see this underground entrance. You can see I'm underneath it, right? You're going to see this generator box right here. What you're going to want to do is jump on this. You're going to jump over, and then right in front of you, you're going to see the turtle. And this is going to be number 7. So you can back up, and that is it. Now, we just need to spawn the hunter. Now, to spawn this hunter, we just need to interact with the toy figure. You can fast travel to the Bridge Park Pier, which is a world mission, and head down Furman Street. We are right next to where you can collect some components. Now, there's going to be a fence. You can see right here. You can see this open area right here. The statue is going to be to my left around these tires. Once you interact with it, the hunter will spawn, and lucky for me, I had some enemy bad guys in the area to help me out. Again, foam works really good on the hunters. I will say using a protection from elites, tank build helps, and that's what I kind of used. I used a Heartbreaker PFE build and was able to kill him pretty quick. Now, once you do kill him, well, you'll end up getting the Conqueror Mask. This is going to be the tracker mask. Now, the first step you guys need to do is arrive to this building right in front of me that says 192. Now, you can skip all the previous steps like finding the compasses that actually led us to this area. And this is the room that the Division 2 Secret Discord have found. If you see the combo on the left, you're actually going to use this same combo in a second to solve this puzzle. So I'm going to show you right now on the map where this is. It's going to be right here. It's right on this. You see Front Street, you see Bridge Street, and then you have this control point to my left. You're going to see room 192. You're just going to run inside. Now, once you go in this room, it will lock you in there. So once you go in, now what you want to do is back against the door, run forward, hit this desk, move all the way to your left till you keep hitting the furniture. So it's going to be up, left, up till you hit this garbage can. We're going to hit right all the way till we hit this. We're going to hit down. We hit this furniture here. We're going to hit right. We're going to go up. Even if you get stuck here, just move around. You're going to hit this. Left. Hit up again. We're going to go right. We're going to go up. We're going to go left. All the way to you're right in front of the blue switch. You're going to back up. You're going to go right. And right when you do that, you're going to see Rise pops up. As soon as you interact with this, the hunter will spawn. So get ready for the fight. And when you kill him, he will drop the tracker mask. Now you must complete all 7 of these hunters to unlock the final 8th hunter. Now for the final hunter, Necronos, what you're gonna have to do is make sure you collect all other 7 hunter masks. Once you have it, you need to go back to the old safe house from the Division 1. If you guys don't remember where this is, it's gonna be in this door right here. I'm gonna show you on the map where this is. So right across from the warehouse, directly across from it, you're gonna see Plymouth Street, John Street, but right across from it, you're gonna turn right and you'll see this door in here. Now, once you go inside, you'll go up the stairs, you're gonna keep moving in, and you're gonna see this map. For the first time, we are able to interact with this because you have all 7 other hunters. Once you do that, you get the flashing lights and everything turns blue. So what you'll do is you'll just walk out. We're gonna head up the stairs, not down. You're gonna follow this all the way around, jump out the window, and then you're just gonna go to the rooftop. One thing I will tell you guys, I believe I was able to do this at any time. There is no daytime, nighttime limit when you have to do this. Both of these we're able to do whenever. And boom, the hunter will spawn. All you have to do is fight him, and he's gonna drop the final mask. And there you have it. Necronos, you guys can get the mask just like that. And that is the 8th and final hunter. Now, do you guys know that now that we have all 8 hunter masks, you will be rewarded with a Famas called the Huntsman? Let's go take a look at that. So now that we have all 8 ivory keys, you get the Hunter of Hunters and you get the Huntsman Famas. And that is how you guys unlock this new Famas with Perfect Frenzy. And that is how you unlock all 8 hunters from Battle for Brooklyn. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys again. See you in the next one. Hey, NothingButSkillz is out.